Hi friends. Yeah, yesterday we have seen Compute Engine Part 2. So today we are going to see about the persistent disk. Before going to persistent disk, now I would like to add a few points in live migration, which we have seen already in Compute Engine Part 2. So these points we have to remember these things. Instances with GPUs cannot be live migrated. We can get a 60-minute notice before the termination. Then next one is instances with local SSDs attached can be live migrated. And third one, preemptible instances cannot be live migrated. They are always terminated. So these 3 points in last Compute Engine Part 2. So I have, I told I will confirm these things again. So now I have referred it. So this is the confirmation, live migration. You can see this document presentation. Okay, next we are going to see now about the persistent disk. So persistent disk, it is reliable, high performance block storage for virtual machine instances. So persistent disk, it's a block storage. It's like a virtual hard drive we can use with our compute instances or virtual machines. Both are same only, compute instance VM. Okay, so it allows us to keep our data separate from our computing instance. Okay, so it persists independently and we can attach it to our compute instances when needed. So these are the persistent disk. About persistent disk. Okay, next here we'll read this thing. Google Persistent Disk, it's durable and high performance block storage for the Google Cloud Platform. So next one, persistent disk provides SSD, solid state disk, and hard disk drive storage, which can be attached to instances running in either Google Compute Engine or Google Kubernetes Engine. So Google Kubernetes Engine, I will cover this later. Okay. So next one is, yeah, storage volumes can be transparently resized, quickly backed up, and offer the ability to support simultaneous readers. I think no worries. We are going to see these things again and again. I'm going to explain each and everything. Okay. So this is the persistent disk features. Durable, it's a durable. So persistent disk, it's designed for high durability. It stores data redundantly to ensure data integrity. Then next one is independent volumes. These are the features. Just to read these things, you can we can get an idea about these things. So your storage is located independently from your virtual machine instances. So we can detach or move our disk to keep our data even after you delete your instances. So I am reading these things only. We are going to see the lab. That time only we can get all these points. We will remember that time. Okay. So next one is volume size. Each persistent disk can up to 64 terabyte in size. Then next one is online resize. Online growth allows volumes to grow on demand without the need to restart virtual machines or reattach volumes. Okay, so next. Okay, next we are going to this documentation. It has storage options. We have introduction. Each compute engine instance has a single boot persistent disk that contains the OS. When our applications require additional storage space, we can add one or more additional storage options to your instance. So here they have given storage type. So it has three types only: regional persistent disk and regional SSD persistent disk, local SSD. These cloud storage buckets we will see separately upcoming videos. So these three only important now: regional persistent disk, regional SSD persistent disk, local SSDs. So this see here storage type in zonal. I'm going to say in lab. Just I mean read these things only. When we are doing lab, that time we will get an idea. Okay. So now just you see this video. So it has zonal standard persistent disk. Again, see here regional persistent disk. Then see zonal SSD persistent disk, regional SSD persistent disk. Here the name only, I mean zonal only, it's different here, zonal. Storage type in zonal standard persistent disk, efficient and reliable block storage. It is efficient and reliable. And regional persistent disk, efficient and reliable block storage with synchronous replication across two zones in a region. Synchronous, it means uh, I mean existing or occurring at the same time. So that is synchronous replication across two zones in a region. So next one is zonal SSD persistent disk. I mean in storage type, fast and reliable block storage. Then next one is regional SSD persistent disk, fast and reliable block storage with existing occurring at the same time replication across two zones in the region. These both points are same only here. Synchronous replication across two zones in the region. Then next one is local SSD. Local SSD, high performance local block storage. Okay, these things you just see these after some time. Then data redundancy, it will be a zonal level here. This regional persistent disk, it will be multi-zonal. Here zonal SSD persistent disk, it's a zonal level. Then regional SSD persistent disk, multi-zonal level. Local SSDs, none. Then scope of access for these four zone level. Then here local SSD instance level. Okay. Okay. Now Okay, now you will be getting very boring, I think so. So now we are going to see all those things in our lab. Okay, now what we are going to do means we are going to create a persistent disk in console as well as a command line interface. So before going to create a disk, I'm going to create one VM. No worries, I'm going to say one by one. Please listen carefully, then only you can understand. Okay, now what I'm going to do means, first of all, we need to create a VM. Without VM also, we can create a disk, but I am creating VM first. Okay, so I'm creating VM. Just click create. Now I am not going to use console. I sorry, I'm not going to use CLI command line. I'm going to use console only. Okay, instance one. Then I'm clicking here disks. Sorry, I am just creating VM now. Okay, our instance has been provisioned now. What I'm going to do now means I'm going to create a disk now. So how to do that? So we have provisioned the VM. Now edit. Then go to, okay, yeah, go to disk here. Yeah, here. So here I'm going to create a disk. So I'm giving the disk name disk hyphen one. Then description, it's optional. Then type, we have standard persistent disk or SSD persistent disk. I'm selecting standard persistent disk. Then 500, I'm giving 100. You have entered a volume size under 200 GB. This may result in reduced performance. Okay, it will be poor IO performance. It doesn't matter. If we are giving 200, it will not come. It will get good performance. Okay, now it's testing purpose. I'm putting 100. Okay, so next one is, okay, this is encryption data encrypted automatically. Select encryption key management solution. So Google managed key I have selected here and click create. So now we have created a disk now. Then click save. Okay, now what we have done means we have created a instance and we have created the disk also in that instance. Now I am SSH into that. I'm going to that instance. It's taking time. I forgot to say one thing. I'm sorry for that. Both the availability zone, I mean for disk availability zone, instance availability zone must be same. Cannot be a different zone. Okay. So we need to check that one. So instance on US East on hyphen B, right? For instance, we have selected US East on hyphen B. Okay. How about disk? Yeah, we need to click edit. Instance on boot disk, local disk, instance on. Yeah, here also US East on B only, correct. Okay, so likewise only we need to create the disk. Okay, so we have done the console part. So now what I'm going to do means I'm going to create the same in our command line interface. So I'm deleting this instance. It takes times. We'll click refresh. It's loading. Now what we are going to do means we are going to do the same in command line interface. We are going to use the CLI, gcloud compute commands, gcloud commands. Okay, so go to Cloud Shell. It takes time. Yeah, okay. So gcloud compute, gcloud compute instances, instances create instance name, instance one. I'm giving instance one, then zone hyphen hyphen zone us hyphen central one hyphen c. Okay, so now it will be provision the instance gcloud compute instances create instance one hyphen hyphen zone us hyphen central one hyphen c. Okay, the command is correct only. It will create now. It will provision now. Let's wait. It takes time. Yeah, it has been created. Instance one has been created in zone US central one hyphen C. Okay, status is running. Now what we are going to do means we are going to create a disk by using the command gcloud compute disks, gcloud compute disks create. Here we need to give the disk name. Okay, disk name we need to give. I am giving disk one, disk hyphen one. Okay, just we'll put disk one. Okay, hyphen also we can give, no issues. Then hyphen hyphen size I'm giving. Okay, so equal to 100 GB, whatever you want, you can give 100 GB. Then we need to give the zone hyphen hyphen zone. Here we need to give the same zone whichever we have given the zone for compute instance. We need to give the same zone only. If you are giving different one means it will not work. Okay, so gcloud compute disk create disk name hyphen hyphen size equal to 100 GB hyphen hyphen zone US central one hyphen C. Okay, now I am going to give enter. Actually, yeah, sorry. Oh, sorry. Yes, it has been created now. I'm getting IO performance, poor IO performance, because if under 200 GB means we will be getting this message. Okay, so now we have created a disk now. Okay, now next is we are going to attach the disk. We have two ways. Just I am showing that one also. Just see, this is my instance, right? Okay, so now automatically that disk will be added in console also. Now I'm not going to do that by using console because we have already done, right? Mm, where is it? 1 second, I am checking that one. Edit. Okay, we need to refresh, I guess. Instance one, yes, central one. See, actually, it will come here. Disks, I'm going there. Enable delete production, delete. I'm sorry, friends. I'm really sorry. So we need to give this add item, then only it will show, right? I'm sorry for that. So now see, disk one is showing here. Whatever we have created, it's showing here. I'm really sorry for the time. Disk one, we can select, then we can click save. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to enter here. So I'm going to attach gcloud compute instances attach hyphen disk attach hyphen disk. Here we need to give the disk name, disk one. Yeah, correct, disk one. I'm sorry, here we need to give that instance name only. Okay, which instance one, then hyphen disk hyphen disk. Now only we need to give the disk name, disk one. Then zone, we need to give zone us hyphen central one hyphen c. gcloud compute instances attach hyphen disk instance one hyphen disk disk name hyphen zone us central one hyphen c. Okay, now it will be attached. Now the persistent disk will be attached to that VM instance. It takes time. Yeah. Okay. So now we can SSH into that instance. So gcloud compute SSH instance name instance one. Then yeah, we need to give the zone name hyphen zone us hyphen central hyphen one, sorry, central hyphen c. I think yeah, it's added. Okay, we have SSH into that instance. Then we need to view all the hard disk that are associated with this instance by running this command ls minus l slash dev slash disk slash by hyphen id. Okay, so yeah, it's coming. So see, friends, last one, this ssc google persistent disk That is the our persistent disk. So this will, I mean, if you are entering this command ls minus ls, so it will give you the list of the hard disk attached. So in that, this disk one is our Google persistent disk, last one. Okay. So we need to remember one thing: VM instance and the persistent disk must be in the same zone. Cannot be different zone. Okay. Okay. I'm exit now. Okay, and one more thing, if you are deleting the instance, okay, if you are deleting that instance, but if you are going to the disk will not be deleted. We need to go and manually delete those disks. So that's what we need to delete, all those disks. Okay. So here I would like to say something. Edit, delete. Yeah, here see, delete boot disk when instance is deleted. Okay. So if we check this, I'm sorry, if we are unchecking the, if the instance is deleted, means that boot disk means like a local SSD only, it will be deleted. But if you are additionally attaching, right, it will not be deleted. So we need to go and delete manually because we are adding the disk. So that's what. So this is local SSD only, they are saying. Then one more thing. Instance on edit only, right? VM instance on disk, will see disk 3 disk, it will be okay. Instance on, go to disks, disk on, edit. Yeah, I'm creating one more disk now. I'm going to share something. VM disk VM. Okay. So here create disk. I didn't cover few points. That's what I'm going to say. So disk name, standard persistent disk or SSD persistent disk. Okay, I'm selecting standard persistent disk. If you are selecting image, then we can select the image, whatever image we want, we can select the image, but it will come automatically the size and these read write operations. So I'm clicking blank image now, blank disk now. So here I'm giving some 200 MB like that. Okay, sorry. Okay, just give 100. We have I came here means, see here we have a region and zone. Okay, so in this here they have mentioned zonal standard persistent disk, regional persistent disk, zonal SSD persistent disk, regional SSD persistent disk, like that they have mentioned. So if I am selecting this one, replicate the disk with region, I am selecting. Okay, whatever region you can select, no issues. But okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, the zones automatically it will be selected. Minimum three zones it will be selected, two or three. Mm, minimum to maximum, no idea about that. It will select. So three zones it has been selected. So that's what they have given like that. So it's a regional persistent disk. So here see replication across two zones in a region, like that they have mentioned. So likewise SSD also same replication, two zone replicate replication across two zones in a region. If you are selecting, if you are unchecking this one, see here only we need to select either B, C, D. This is we need to select manually. Okay, so now you will be getting an idea, I think. So comparing this zonal standard persistent disk and regional persistent disk, these things only they have given here clearly. So I don't want to do these things. I'm canceling now. Okay, then okay, now I will delete those instance now. Delete. Deleting instance one. We are deleting it. Then local SSD. One or only one point I need to say. Local SSD are physically attached to the server that hosts your VM. Local SSD have higher throughput and lower latency than standard persistent disk or SSD persistent disk. The data that you store on a local SSD persist only until the instance is stopped or deleted. Okay, local SSD. I think if we are deleting the instance, okay, then if you are saving, I mean, automatically the data will be saved in local SSD. If you are deleting that instance means the data will be deleted. If the instance will be if the instance is deleted means automatically the data also will be deleted if you are using the local SSD. But if you are using that standard this persistent disk means we need to go and delete those things manually. Okay, now you will get an idea. So now we have created already, but it has not been deleted. We need to go manually and delete those things. Then one more thing I need to say, this is the automation script to set auto delete. Yeah, sorry, setting the auto delete state of persistent disk. So you can use by console these steps we can follow, or else we can use this gcloud command, we can use it. So these things you try from your end. We will see these things tomorrow. Again we will see these things. So we are going to see tomorrow cloud storage, about cloud storage. Okay, thanks friends, have a great day, bye.